Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live English lesson with me, teacher Zdenek, and one of my students from the Achievers Chamber. This time it's Martin. Hi, Martin.
Hi, Zdenek. How are you doing?
I'm okay. It's actually quite interesting because I'm currently outside my hotel. I'm not recording this from the lobby as I was last time, and I'm not recording it from my hotel room because I've got somebody next door and it is midnight right now. So I thought, let's find another solution. Look where I am, Martin, and everyone, of course, who is watching this.
It looks.
I am literally next to the street. So this is the hotel lobby, and this is the
Ah,
hotel I'm in. That there's the receptionist behind the desk.
yeah.
Yes, there's a water cooler, and uh, and that's me. there's a little table. There's a little table right outside the main door, and this is where I am.
Yeah, if it works, you can do it everywhere.
You mean, yeah, that's right. Not
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah,
I need the Wi-Fi, right? So,
yeah.
oh, hang on. What happened to the camera now, Martin? Okay, that might work.
Yeah.
Right. So,
So,
what about you? Where are you yourself?
I'm fine.
No,
And
where are you? Where are
so
you?
where are you? I'm in the room of my son. Yeah,
Hmm.
and we have here the opportunity. We have a table where you can put the notebook and it's free. He isn't here, and therefore I decided to use this room
Hmm. Okay.
in
Well,
our apartment.
so you're also not exactly in your, let's say, natural environment.
Or you can say it's my natural environment.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my natural environment is currently everywhere. So, yeah. Obviously, we would like to say hello to everybody watching us live. If this is your first time watching, every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central European Time, I record this live English lesson. So, whoever is watching live has the opportunity to comment, to ask us questions, to say anything they want during the live, as long as they are obviously not rude or sometimes you get weird people who spam in the chat. So as long as you do not do that and you want to contribute, then you're obviously welcome. So what's going to happen is that we're going to have a chat with Martin, and I have selected a topic for us. It's 10 reasons why football is so popular, because I know Martin likes football, and so do I. I think it's obvious because I'm wearing this shirt. So, Martin, are you ready for this?
Yeah. First of all, hi to Helen and hi to Irena.
Right. We
Good
should say that
evening.
as well. We should say that as well. This is Helen saying hi, and Irena, also Achievers Chamber members. Okay. So, Martin, I what I did is that, as always, I found an article online. I just Googled it, and I would like to show you where you can find it, where you can read more about this. This is where this article comes from. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use the entire article. But instead, we will be discussing just the subheadings, just the headings. Yeah. So
Hmm?
obviously there are 10 different reasons. So we will just discuss the headings. We will interpret it in our own way. Yeah. And then if people want to, they can read the article later as well. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's go. Martin, one of the reasons on the list is that it has simple rules. So, once again, we're talking about football, or if you will, soccer, if you are from America.
Yeah, I would. I agree. Except from there are some rules or one rule many people have problems with.
What is it?
But I don't know exactly how it called in English. It's if you tried to get the ball from your teammate, and there is some different. It has to be a different. It's really not
Martin,
easy to
the,
explain.
the, the word
Yeah.
of the rule, the name of the rule is
Mhm.
going to be exactly the same in German and English. I guarantee you that.
Okay. Offside.
Yes,
Offside. Yeah.
it definitely comes from English. Yes,
Yeah.
we use the
Okay.
same in my first language, and I bet it is the same in Polish and
Yeah.
French, which is the language of the people that have commented.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
offside.
this is one rule which is really difficult for many people, and yeah. But the rest of the game, I think I agree. It's really simple rules,
Yeah, well, there are some exceptions to
exceptions.
the
Yeah.
to the rule, pun intended. Um, like for example, what is and what isn't a penalty, because that can
Yeah.
get quite tricky as well. But let's be honest, Martin is completely right that
Yeah.
it really boils down to the offside rule, which everybody who knows football understands pretty well, and the people who don't know football, they have no idea how it works. But I will tell you one thing, Martin. It's always difficult for me to explain it. No
Yeah.
matter what,
So,
no matter
for
what
me
language,
also,
no matter what language I'm using, I know exactly what it is, how it works, but
the
it's
same for me.
almost impossible to explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's now. Let's not go there. You guys can Google it, or you can even use Chat GTP or GPT or whatnot if you want, and ask what is offside, and then you will get that. You will get an answer, obviously. Okay, yeah, I would agree with you, Martin. That was a good one. So let's carry on. It's universal.
Universal. What does it mean? Perhaps everyone can play it
Not
or
can.
or
Yeah, I would say
like
everyone.
it. Can
No,
no, it's not.
everyone plays
Okay.
it. I would say. Yeah,
Everyone.
yeah. Universe, right? Universe comes. You know what universe is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So universal means that people play it in Africa, in Australia, in China, in everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Universal. I think that's what it means. It doesn't,
Global.
it's
Can I say global? Also.
global. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a global sport. Yeah, why not? Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. For example, I know Luke from Luke's English podcast always used to say that laughter is universal, or humor is universal, right? Humor. That everybody likes to laugh when they see something funny, right? You know what I mean? It's universal. It doesn't matter where you come from. Of course, there are culture differences, but at the end of the day, we laugh at similar things, right?
Yeah.
Unless it's some complex jokes, let's say, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so football is universal. I think people play it almost everywhere, right? Of course, in some places it's less popular than in others, but it's more or less universal. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
right. You can support local teams. Hmm?
This you can do.
So
And
how
this
does it
is,
work? What do you think it means, or how does it work?
yeah, you support your team means you are for example, you go to the game and you are happy if your team um, shot the goal,
Scores,
shot,
scores,
score, scores,
scores a
scores
goal. Yeah.
goal,
Hmm.
and yeah, you happy if your
Hmm.
team win, your local team. Yeah?
Yeah.
And local team is more, yeah, it's mm,
So what do
for
we
example,
mind? what do we even mean by that? When you say a local team, what do we mean by that?
Local team means it's in your area. Yeah? The team is playing in your area, and for myself, I can say I live in Dortmund, in Germany, Dortmund, and we have a football team, in BVB Dortmund, Borussia
Borussia,
Dortmund,
Borussia
Borussia
Dortmund. It's
Dortmund,
quite a famous team as well,
and
Martin.
yeah, it's really famous, yeah.
Yeah,
But you can
extremely
also
famous.
support smaller teams, amateur. Is this right? This word?
Amateur, yeah, amateur.
Amateur teams, also, yeah, and
Yes. So, for example, if you live in a village,
in a
yeah,
village, exactly. Yeah,
chances are that that village has a pitch. Yeah, not all villages have a pitch, but a lot of villages do have a pitch because it's just something that the villages are proud of. They have their pitch, right?
yeah,
And then if you live in that village, it's so easy. You just go to the match and root for your team, which is,
yeah.
by the way, another way to say to support someone. You can root for someone. Root, yeah, ROOT.
Root. Yeah.
Root, to root for someone. Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm. Yeah. So I think the main reason for this is that football is so widespread that
Yeah.
there's so many pitches everywhere, so many leagues, especially here in I say here in Europe. I'm currently in Vietnam, but there, there
Yeah.
in Europe.
And if I say, or if I think about Dortmund,
Yeah,
actually, you are inherited by your parents. Yeah, that you grow up
yeah. What?
seeing your parents watching your team. Yeah, and you grow up and you are the same later.
Oh, you
You
inherit the team you
inherited
support.
the
You
team
inherit
supporting. Yeah,
you sort of follow your parents' footsteps in the team
yeah.
you support. Do you think that always happens? I would actually say that
Not
often.
always, not always, but I recognize it.
Because I would say sometimes the kids just want to support a different team because they want to rebel, right? They want to be rebellious.
Yeah, it could be
Yeah.
in many cases. Yeah,
Okay. All right. So that's nice. Let's move on. The next one is I find this extremely hilarious. We are talking about 10 reasons why football is so popular, and one of the
yeah.
reasons is because it's very popular. Okay. I think I have a bit of a headache from that. How does how does this even work?
What does it mean? Yeah, actually, the reasons are the same, like you say before, yeah, or in different reasons. The same arguments, perhaps. Yeah, football is popular because you can watch it everywhere. You can
No, no.
support teams. Well,
I
or do
think
you think it's different
I
meaning?
think yeah, I think it means something else. I think it means football is popular because it's very popular, which means if
Yeah,
something
yeah,
is
yeah,
if
yeah.
something is already popular, then it's gonna be even more popular. That's how I understand it, but I could be wrong, and it could be Martin who actually
No.
who actually is making more sense here. I have no idea, but this is the way I see it. Let us know in the comments, guys, how you understand this. But I find it quite hilarious. 10
Yeah,
reasons why football is popular, and one of them is it's very popular. It's actually quite funny, isn't it? Okay. It can be exciting. It can be exciting, which
it is
suggests it isn't always exciting.
not always, but it can.
Actually, if you know, if you were a bit sort of negative, I mean, it's easy to see the negative point here. It can be exciting, which means
It is
it
exciting.
probably isn't, which means it probably always isn't exciting, which can be looked at from a negative point of view. But
Yeah,
Martin, what do you think?
I think football is exciting. Related to watching football, yeah,
Yeah,
watching football, and if you play it by yourself also, yeah, I think it's exciting. Yeah. Sometimes it's a little bit boring if you have boring games, yeah. But
don't say that. Don't say that, Martin.
that-
I think you have denied. You have you have just denied everything you have said. Now, to be honest, I couldn't agree more. It is exciting, and the moments when it isn't exciting, I think that happens when there are tactical battles, right? You have two teams, and one of the teams wants to defend too much, or in some cases, even both teams defend too much, and then the footballers' legs are kind of tied, and it's not an exciting match. Not many goals are scored. Not many chances are produced. It's too tactical. So this can happen, and then the game can be a bit boring. But to be honest, Martin, let's think about it this way: if there are no boring matches, how can you then appreciate the ones that are exciting? You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
You need sometimes a bit of boredom in your life,
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
then you would
But it
never.
is.
Yeah,
But sometimes it is. Yeah.
yeah, true, true.
If your team has a bad time, yeah, or a bad
Yeah,
season, then yeah,
exactly. At the
but
moment,
it's also exciting. Why? Because you are exciting in a negative way.
yeah. It's exciting for the fans of the rival teams. For example, right now, Liverpool, Chelsea, and West Ham. I would name these three teams are really in dire straits. And you can tell me if there is a team in Bundesliga, Martin, in the German league, that is not doing that well at the moment.
Ja, Schalke.
Schalke
Schalke.
0-4. Yeah. Yes. I'm speaking German
Schalke
already.
04, yeah, it's right. Yeah.
See, I used to learn German at school, so maybe I might still remember some words, but I have to be careful because this is a podcast for English learners. And if I speak too much German here, then they might leave in the middle of the stream, and we don't want that. Right. So it can be exciting. Absolutely. Okay. What would you say, Martin, are the most exciting moments about football or in football?
The most exciting moments in football. For me, it was when our team won the Bundesliga. Yeah.
You mean like the
For
team you
example,
support, when the team you support wins
yeah,
something, when they win a
wins.
trophy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it's really exciting. Yeah. This is
But how about like if you think about it in a more general way, like moments um, on the actual pitch, right? Like what sort of moments can be exciting? For example, is a kickoff an exciting
no,
part of the
no,
game? Not the kickoff,
no,
right?
not
Not
the
the
kickoff.
kickoff.
No. If your team scores goals. Yeah.
And then it's checked by VAR, and then it's disallowed.
Yeah. These other new rules.
Yeah. Do you find this exciting, Martin? The VAR, the video assistant referee?
Um, sometimes yes,
And let's
sometimes
let's find some synonyms for the word exciting, guys. It's a challenge for all of us. So can we think of more words to use to replace the word exciting? Please let us know in the comment. I can think of
Did I say
words like
nerve wracking? No, no,
nerve wracking is
no.
definitely not.
This is a different.
No. Nerve wracking means that you're biting your nails. It's like it's
Ah, okay, yeah,
yeah,
okay,
it's nervy. No, exciting could be something like thrilling or what else? Riveting, I guess, or I don't know, intriguing, maybe, yeah, something like that. Okay, let us know in the comments if you can think of more words. We sort of put ourselves on the spot here. Kind of my fault, to be fair, but yeah. Helen says it is exciting only to football people. And yet you are watching this
Yeah.
stream, Helen. And yet you're watching this stream. What's wrong with you? Okay. Helen is one of the faithful followers of this channel. So yeah, thank you, Helen. I'm sorry for torturing you like this with football. All right. Martin, let's carry on. It's a fun distraction.
It's a fun distraction.
How do you understand this? So imagine.
Perhaps you, I don't know if I'm right, but I try my meaning about this. It could be if you have a stressful work or a bad relationship or
Yeah,
a bad time. Yeah?
exactly.
And at the weekend, it comes a time where you can forget everyone for 90 minutes. Yeah? And then it
You're
will
right.
come back. Yeah.
You're absolutely right. This is exactly what I do. And I think a lot of I wanted to say men, but also women who watch football, obviously. A lot
Yeah.
of us do this. And sometimes some people who don't like football do not understand it, and
No.
they will never get it. They will never get it, right? It's just something we do. It is a fun distraction. Yeah, you just forget about your bad life or something.
Mm. Yeah.
And yeah,
Or
yeah,
sorrow.
yeah, exactly. You drown your sorrow drinking beer and then watching football. Okay, all right. It traverses age limits. I think. Do you know what the verb to traverse means? I'm just gonna check the pronunciation here, but it means to travel across, traverse. Yeah, travel across. Yeah, so you have got different age groups, right? Young people, very young people, and teenagers, young adults, middle-aged people, older
Yeah.
people. Yeah, so it traverses age limits. Means like, what does it mean?
Um, I
How
think
do you understand it as one of the reasons why football is so popular?
I would say um, not only young people watch football or support football. Yeah? People in every age
Yeah,
are interested in football.
yeah.
Yeah? Or in every different ages. Yeah? And I think this is a meaning about it.
Hmm.
This. Um, yeah, I think it's a reason.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Obviously, older people don't play it so much, but you also often have like middle-aged people who still play football in a village, or just
Yeah.
just the five-a-side football with their friends. Um, so even some older people still play football. Obviously, it's gets a bit harder for them, but if they don't play, they watch it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm a retired footballer already. I say footballer, but I never played at a professional level. But I used to play football for a long time, most of my life actually, and I retired last year. Is it last year? Yeah, last year. And actually, it's now sort of like more than 1 year ago, let's say. And I still watch football. You just cannot get rid of it. It's impossible. Once a footballer, or once a football fan, always a football fan. Is it the same for you, Martin?
For me, I'm not so in football like you, yeah, such a football fan like you.
Mhm.
But I like watching it, and you are more an expert in football, I would say.
No, I'm not sure I'm an expert. You know what, Martin? Everybody is an expert.
No,
Everybody is
no,
an
you
expert.
are, you are. I think, yeah,
I
yeah,
I
really.
know I know some people who know way more about football than me. I just like to talk about it even on this channel, and in English, and I like to have a good chin wag in with my friends, and analyze the games, watch the games together. Sometimes I watch the games alone, but I'm not sure I'm an expert. I've got one student who I think is an expert. I've got one student who is a football journalist.
Yeah, okay.
He is an expert for me.
Yeah,
He's a
he's
foot,
really.
yeah, he works for one of the Czech TV companies that broadcast football matches, and he does interviews with people.
Mm.
And he's a real expert. So when I talk to him, I feel very little. he te- he tells me all the insight and all the ins and outs, and yeah. So, but in a in an interesting way, you could say that everyone is an expert. Like if you like football, you are an expert, or everyone sort of behaves in a way that they are an expert. You know what I mean?
But
Okay.
for me, it's different. It's a different if you play a football for a long time, for a very long time,
Yeah.
instead of playing football with if you are 7 years old or for 1 year. Yeah, then if you compare this, I think
Yeah.
the people who are playing for a long time, they are more into it. Yeah.
Very good. You corrected yourself. Um, there is a question from Domenico. Which Czech team do you support, Zdenek? I believe Domenico is from Italy. Uh, I'm going to disappoint you, Domenico. I don't support any Czech team. I just don't think Czech football is that interesting. So that's why I watch the Premier League mostly. I still sort of like read about the results. And as I said, I have got a student who is a journalist. So I talk to him about the Czech league. But I just, sort of like, yeah, I can say that I support Czech teams when they are in European competitions. But other than that, yeah, you could say I support the Czech national team. Yeah, that's true. But uh, I'm an Arsenal fan. Where's my badge here? An Arsenal fan, and also a West Ham fan. I like West Ham too. All right, we've got three more. Let's speed this up a bit, Martin. So you can watch it anywhere.
This is right. Because of the internet, you have the opportunity to watch football, or you watch different leagues all
Yeah,
over the world. Yeah,
so easy these days, right?
you need internet connections or TV connections,
Yeah, and then
but
there are
you
things
can.
like streams, like when okay, you can watch it like on TV, but sometimes
Yeah,
if you don't have it, if your channel doesn't have that league, let's say, you can
yeah,
find the stream. It's not perfect. Often there are ads, and sometimes it's slow or stops, but it is what it is. Um, yeah, but it's true. You can watch it
yeah.
anywhere. You just need the internet connection. That's all. Martin is completely right. Um, the team stars. So
The team stars.
yeah, do you want me
Yeah.
to? Like we have got some stars that everybody knows, like Messi, Ronaldo, and
Mhm.
uh, players like that. So these are
Yeah,
stars, like football
yeah,
stars, like the most popular players, and they have like a celebrity status, don't they?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yes.
exactly. So would you say this is a reason? Would you say this is a good reason why football is so popular?
Mm, Perhaps for some people it is, but yeah, if you have popular teammates, you have more attention on TV, perhaps, yeah, because they are mm,
Did,
reported on TV or asked on
wait,
TV.
did you mean teammates?
Teammates, yeah, teammates.
What do you mean? Like you mean you're playing
A star,
in the same team with a star? Sorry, teammate means like it's somebody who plays in the same team as you, a
yeah,
teammate.
yeah.
Yeah, is that what
Okay,
okay?
okay, no.
You meant something else, right?
No, star. I mean stars. Yeah,
Yeah,
stars.
yeah,
You can see more often on TV shows or on sport shows, and they are more asked after a game than um, I say the other one. Yeah,
yeah, others
and
and the others. That's
but
true.
well, but for me, it doesn't matter
Okay.
if they are stars or earning much
No,
money.
but
But
isn't it? Hmm,
it's
go on.
also a reason to talk about football, about
Yeah.
the money they get, yeah, or they
Not
earn.
not just not just the money, but how they play, and there is more
Yeah,
pressure on them, and expectations. And for example, Haaland, yeah, he used to play for
yeah,
Dortmund, yeah. And
yeah,
when he came to the Premier League, everyone started talking about him.
yeah.
Everyone was a little bit doubtful if Haaland could adapt to the to the English Premier League. And then how
And
many
he's
goals
doing
has
a
he
good job.
scored? Like he's like absolutely smashing it,
Yeah,
So it's nice to have stars like that because then you have more reasons to like football. N- don't you think?
I think
All right. And the last reason here is it it's there is a mistake there. Sorry, it should be with apostrophe. It's something you can easily get into.
um, related to playing active or related to understanding the game.
Good question.
No,
Or watching or just watching it.
just um, watching. Yes.
Maybe you have some sports which are hard to understand, like cricket.
Yeah.
It's notoriously hard to understand what on earth is happening there, like when you watch that game, right? But then you have football, and it's not that hard to just explain it. You just say, okay, these guys are trying to kick the ball into the goal. The other guys are trying to kick the ball onto the other side's team's goal. I said it in a complicated way. You know what I wanted to say.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but if we speak about this sentence or this,
Yeah,
yeah, for us, football is normal. Yeah, and like people like Helen, they don't like football for, yeah, they, or it's new for them, then it's perhaps a little bit tricky for them. I don't
yeah.
know.
Also, maybe this speaks about the fact that all you need is a football. You just need a football and a few people, and then you
This
can
is
play
right. Yeah,
anywhere. You can play
this
anywhere
is
you
right.
want during any conditions. It can rain, it can be sunny, cold. You can always play football,
Yeah,
right? If it's
that's
cold,
right.
you just dress a little bit better. You put on more layers. You can still play. If it rains, well, that's actually quite good for football sometimes when it rains. And what else? Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
why people play it all around the world, all across the world, everywhere, because it's so easy to get into.
Yeah.
All right, Martin. I've made a few notes, but not that many, and I'm going to share it with you and everyone else, as I always used to do. But it's here, like doing the lives here outside my hotel room. It's slightly trickier because I don't have my external keyboard, so I can't make the notes as efficiently as I used to. But I still managed to write a few things down for us. So I'm sharing the entire screen now. That's not what I wanted to do, though, is it? No, sorry. I will do it differently. I'm a little bit rusty, Martin. I want to share this document. There we go. Right. So hopefully people are able to see it. Um, I can try to make it a bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that should help people see it better. Right. I'm in the room of my
Yeah,
son, Martin.
I see it immediately.
Is there a better way to say this?
Yeah, I'm in my son's room. Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm in my
You know,
son.
sometimes you can use this genitive of, but generally when it comes to people, we
Mhm.
don't use it. Yeah. If you're talking about this case when you're assigning it to people, let's say something that belongs to someone, right? You would say it's my friend's house or it's Martin's um, interview or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Uh, I agree, except from one rule.
I agree, except off, off one rule,
Except not off.
off, except.
If I click on it, it will suggest it. Yeah, you see.
Ach, vor
Yeah,
one rule.
except for.
Have I said from? Oh, from.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
maybe I misheard it. If I
No,
did,
no, it could be. It could be.
if I
So,
did, then I'm sorry. All right, you happy if your team shot a goal? You said.
yeah, yeah.
I
You said
think you
it
meant.
already.
Yeah.
You scored a goal. Yeah.
You're happy if your team. s-
You are happy if your team
Yeah.
score a goal.
Score. You could say score. Yeah, or scores. You could say score or scores. If you mean if you think of the individual players, then you could say score. But if you mean it as a unit, your team is a unit, then you can say
Scores.
scores,
Okay.
scores.
Mhm.
Okay. To root
Okay.
for someone, do you remember what it means?
Um, yes. Yeah. It's a different way to say support someone. Huh?
Exactly.
Support someone.
Also, to cheer for someone.
To cheer.
To cheer for someone is a good one too. Hmm. Okay. People in every age are interested in football. Not in, but
Yeah, I saw it already. Off every age.
yeah, of
Oh,
every
okay.
age, or maybe at every. Would you say at every age? What does the spell check say? Yeah, I would also say at every age. No, the spell check doesn't like it. No, it should be of every age. Yeah, sometimes you say things like at this age, right? Yeah, but I think it's about the whole phrase, people of every age. Yeah. But sometimes you can say at, for example, at this age, it's much harder to play, right? You would say it like that, not in this age.
Yeah.
You would speak about in. I think I would use in if I were referring to like something like historical periods, right? You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like in the prehistoric age or in the Middle Ages, you would say, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Right. The last one.
Yeah, this was.
I'm not
I'm not so into football. Into.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, you already corrected yourself. All right, so that will be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this live show. I can see people are watching it. Give us a like if you liked it, because it will help the channel, and perhaps more people will be able to see it, to see the videos, and so on. And if you would like to become one of the people, one of the students of these live shows, then why not join the Achievers Chamber, which is a perfect place where you can level up your English, where you can boost your confidence when it comes to speaking, where you can um, enhance your fluency, and just generally have a good time talking to a nice mix of high level international English learners. Okay. So Martin, what's the next match you're going to watch?
Uh, to be honest, I have to check the next game. It will
Well, is
be.
it going to be a Dortmund match?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a Dortmund match. Yeah, this will be a Dortmund match.
of course. Right. That's good. Good stuff. Personally, I think I'm going to watch an Arsenal game next. I think on Saturday. I think Arsenal play quite early on Saturday.
They had a break, huh? The
Well, when
league.
you say early, early in Europe, for me, it's going to be evening, but it's going to be early. Yeah. Can't remember who they are playing. Do they? Aren't they playing Newcastle? Could be Newcastle. Could be someone else. I don't know, Martin. Either way, thank you very much for being the student today and
Thank you
talking
for
to me.
having me.
Yeah, you're very welcome. And thanks everyone for watching again. And yeah, I will speak to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye
Goodbye,
bye.
everyone. Bye bye.
Bye.